Welcome back to Math with Mitchell. Today we're going to be going over different types of triangles and how you'll use them in geometry. So first, there's three main categories of triangles. First is going to be your right triangle, which you're probably pretty familiar with, and this is what we'll be using a lot during geometry, is a right triangle because there's special identities and properties that go along with it because of this right angle right here. And this right angle is always going to be 90 degrees and is usually marked with a sort of like a leg looking thing here. But it indicates that two perpendicular lines are intersecting, or legs of the triangle are intersecting, and it creates a 90-degree angle. And we'll cover some cool properties with this later, but just the big thing is that it has a right angle. And then also these two angles here are acute, which we'll discuss the different types of angles later. Actually, we'll discuss them right now so that you know before. Sorry about that. So there's three, along with the three main categories of a triangle, there's three main types of angles. Acute is an angle that is less than 90 degrees. So it's sort of acute, meaning small. And obtuse, which means big, which you can guess is going to be greater than 90 degrees. Sorry. It's going to be greater than 90 degrees. So you know, remember obtuse like big and acute meaning small. And right is going to be equal to 90 degrees. So we'll go back here now, and hopefully it'll make more sense. So these two angles are going to be acute, meaning they're going to be less than 90 degrees. So isosceles is the next one. You may have also been familiar. But the two big indications as isosceles is that these two legs, or any two legs, are equal, but all three of them are not equal. So these two legs are equal, and the angles that are opposite of the legs are also equal. So sometimes you can have a dash that just goes through it. So that means that these two angles are equal and these two sides are equal. So that's what's classified as an isosceles triangle. Now, the key thing is that also they are all at least the two angles that are the same are going to be acute. They're always going to be acute. You can have obtuse angle. This can be an obtuse angle. But these two angles are going to be acute. And that the two legs are the same. Now, scalene, which is our last one, has very few, or basically is defined as having almost no related properties or no unique properties. So a scalene has all of its legs being different lengths, having all of its angles being different. Normally, you'll see scalene triangles having a wide obtuse angle, and that indicates that it has a wide angle there and is prone to having no properties. So these two are scalene. So, or not scalene, these are acute in this example. But you'll have a mixture of acute and obtuse angles with a scalene triangle, and it has no properties, no related properties. So all these legs are different, and the angles are likewise different. And then I want to also cover one unique triangle that you'll see, which is going to be an equilateral triangle. And this triangle is fairly unique because all three of its legs are equal, and likewise all three of its angles are equal. Now you may be able to guess what the angle measurements are, and if you guess 60 degrees, that is correct. 60 degrees is what makes all of these angles equal and stay within the triangle's limit of 180 degrees. So if you didn't know, a triangle, all the angles in the triangle have to add up to 180 degrees. So in order for all of these angles to be equal, they have to add up to, or in order for this to be a triangle, it has to add up to 180. So all three of these angles, if you divide this by 3, it has to equal, each of these angles have to equal 60 degrees. So that's kind of a unique thing, is in an equilateral triangle, which meaning all the sides or legs are the same length. You know that all the angles are 60 degrees. So this one has a unique name to it. So we already covered this. So those are the basic properties of a triangle. Remember, obtuse, right, and acute are your different angle types, meaning acute being less than 90, obtuse larger than 90, right angle exactly at 90. There's your 3 different main types of triangles that you have to classify. Right triangles we'll use a lot in geometry to define a lot of cool things. Equilateral triangles are kind of a unique type of triangle that you'll encounter.